going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky, I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a great day so far. All right, this one is out of Michigan. This was a weekend arraignment, so I don't remember the magistrate's name. Anyways, mom, dad, and son all in jail. I tried researching the name to try to figure out a little bit more of this case. I came up empty, though. Maybe if I don't know. But hopefully we'll find some info on this family to figure out what this crime is, because it seems kind of weird, but the entire family's in jail, so kind of funny. Anyways, before I hit that like button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
That's the way it goes. Everything is good. Everything's good. Thanks. So you have all three of the Kissicks. Is that right?
Yeah, I just sent over my appearance. I did a limited arraignment for Michael and Austin, but Tammy is the Kissick I'm representing. Also, Vic Mansour is going to represent Michael Kissick. I talked to him, and Keith Corbett's got the son, Austin. I left him a message yesterday. I mean, this all went down so late in the day, I couldn't get a hold of him.
Okay. All right. So, but you'll represent them for at least the arraignment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to try to bring them all in at once, okay?
Perfect. It's a family affair.
Yep. We'll see if I can do this. Somewhat technology challenged.
It looks real lonely over there.
Say that again?
It looks really lonely over there.
Yeah, it is lonely on a weekend over here, so. Good morning.
There's Tammy.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Hi, Tammy.
I think I have to click on something.
We can hear you if you can hear us.
I can hear you.
Perfect.
Okay.
There's a black
You're
screen
fine,
over
Miss
your
Kissick.
face. Okay.
Oh, there's Mike.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, and there's Austin. Perfect.
All right.
Now, will Victor be joining us as well?
I'm going to do all three of your guys' arraignments this morning.
Okay.
So.
Hi, Austin.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, buddy.
I'm sorry for all this.
Hold on, guys.
Don't say anything.
Don't need to talk about anything right now, okay? So we're going to call the cases. This is the state of Michigan versus Tammy Lynn Kissick, case number 24001-219. State of Michigan versus Austin Michael Kissick. That's case number 240012220. And state of Michigan versus Michael William Kissick, case number 24001-221. Mr. Amberg, your appearance, please.
Great. To be her attorney of record, I've sent my appearance in and will be representing her throughout the case. As far as her husband Mike is concerned, I also sent in a temporary appearance this morning for purposes of arraignment, and the same thing goes for Austin, who's also here, who is the son. Mike is represented by Victor Mansour, and I've spoke with him. And Mike, if I do I have your permission to appear for you this morning on behalf of Mr.
Yes.
Mansour? Great,
Yes,
thank you.
absolutely.
And Austin is represented by Keith Corbett, and I did try to get in touch with Keith. I could not do it because this didn't go down until later yesterday. But Austin, do I have your permission to appear on Keith's behalf this morning for purposes of your arraignment?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thanks.
All right, so one law firm representing all three of these guys. Now, it's already kind of a lax environment. You saw the attorney kind of playing with the judge a little bit. Playing is not the right word, but, being nice to him. Generally, in court, the judge would have shut down the defendants talking to each other. That doesn't happen. It's inappropriate, and yeah, no one said anything. They said stop talking about the case, but that's it. But you can already tell it's a lax environment. I don't think this is the crime of the century. Again, I want to find out more information on what happened, but it sounds like it might be some kind of fraud.
Judge.
Thank you. So today's date and time set for an arraignment. Miss Kissick and Austin Michael Kissick, you are both charged at this time with one count of conspiracy to commit motor vehicle odometer tampering. Mr. Amberg, are you going to waive these?
I was going to say, Judge, I waive for all three defendants. I have a copy of the complaint. I've reviewed it. I would waive formal reading of all the charges. All three of them are going to enter pleas and not guilty.
Okay, then I'll enter a not guilty plea on behalf.
Yeah, I couldn't. There's a little bit of feedback from the jail, so I couldn't get all of that. Conspiracy to commit vehicle something. That's why I said it sounds like it might be fraud. Some kind of, I don't know. Something to do with the vehicle, though. But I couldn't really hear the charge. And like I said, I couldn't find anything.
On behalf of each defendant.
Thank you.
Each case will be set for a probable cause conference on July 1st, 2024 at 9 a.m. and for preliminary examination on July 8th, 2024 at 9 a.m. You all three understand that you have the right to have an attorney represent you from start to finish, and if you can't afford one will be appointed for you at public expense. Obviously, you have retained attorneys at this time, and Ms. Kissick, you have Mr. Amberg as your attorney. Mr. Austin Michael Kissick, you understand you're going to have a different attorney, but you're okay with Mr. Amberg representing you today. Is that right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And then with respect to Michael William Kissick, that's the same thing, the same question, correct?
Oh, yes. I thought you were referring to me.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. I'm not sure whether Mr. Amberg has gone over your statutory and constitutional rights. Mr. Amberg, I can do that right now if you'd like me to.
That'd be excellent, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Because you're all charged with felony matters, you have the right to have a preliminary examination held within 21 days of today's date. At that preliminary examination, it's the prosecution's burden of proof to prove by a probable cause standard that a crime was committed and that you probably committed the crime. If you're able to do so, the matter would be bound over to the circuit court where you have the following trial rights. You have the right to have a trial in this case by judge or by jury. At a trial, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. At a trial, you have the right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you. You also have the right to call witnesses on your own behalf, and if they won't come in voluntarily, you have the right to have the court order them to come in on your behalf. Also, at a trial, you have the right to testify if you wanted to, or remain silent if you wanted to, and that silence cannot be used against you. So, Ms. Kissick, do you understand what you're being charged with, what the maximum penalties are, and what your rights are?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Austin Kissick, do you understand that as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Michael Kissick, do you understand that?
Yes, I understand it as well. Could I also
right.
be are all three the exact same?
They're not all three the same.
I'll talk to you later. As soon as you guys are going to, let's
Okay.
hopefully get out here in a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Amberg, with respect to bond, with respect to Ms. Kissick, or Mrs.
Yes,
Kissick,
sir.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely, Your Honor. And a lot of this also pours over into her husband as well as her son. Tammy, I've known her now for a few months. She came in. We knew this case was being investigated. I'd say this right off the bat, Judge. I contacted the detective in this case and spoke with them. And in all my years of doing this, it's only happened maybe once or twice where the detective wouldn't just give me the common courtesy to let me know when the charge was happening. And he didn't email me until about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon after all the Kissicks had been picked up. I thought that was unbelievable. I was very upset about that. And here's why. Miss Kissick and Mr. Kissick are both airplane pilots. They're both very law-abiding citizens, never been in trouble. I don't even think Mike's ever even had a civil infraction.
No.
You know, these are good people. Tammy, when they came and arrested her, was supposed to go pick up a veteran to bring him home. I mean, it was just unbelievable, and I really question why that detective chose to do it in that way. Austin, he is a landscaper and works for his parents' landscaping business. They all own it together. He as well is somebody who, my understanding, doesn't have any criminal history. The case itself is, I understand it's a felony case and there's a conspiratorial component to it, but it's a 1 to 5 year felony for all 5 counts for Tammy and for Austin. And for Mike, he's just charged in count 1. So as far as felonies go, we're talking about a low level felony to begin with. None of them are flight risks. They all live in Waterford. Obviously, with Tammy and Mike's job as commercial pilots, I was hoping, Your Honor, if the court's inclined to give them a PR bond to allow them to travel out of state for work. And I don't know if they have to travel out of the country or not, but they are not flight risks. We wanted to turn, like, we didn't even know if Mike was going to get charged, but we wanted and made efforts to try to turn them in, and were thwarted by the detective in this case. So I would ask for a personal bond, Your Honor. I would ask for just the most basic of bond conditions and allow for out of state, maybe even out of nation travel for work. Thank you.
All right. So we got a little bit more information. Now, the case has a conspiratorial component to it, which they all own the same business. The landscaping business has something to do with the vehicle. I'm going to say it's work related. They did or potentially did something sketchy with the business they own. Now, they will say here in a second that they have a daughter or 2 more daughters who aren't involved in this at all. So maybe they're not part of the business. So yeah, I guess we'll see. We got to find out more information. If I do find out information, I'll post it. I'll let you guys know.
Mr. Amberg, how often do they fly? Is it like a daily thing or weekly thing or a monthly thing?
Weekly, daily. It's their main employment. They
That's
fly
their
all the
employment.
time. Yeah.
Okay. How often are they gone? Like, are they gone for like days? And I know, but they go like day trips, or they go for 2 days? Do they go for a week? How long do those last?
My understanding is it's multiple days sometimes. And is that correct, Tammy?
Correct.
That is correct. That is
Okay.
correct. With me, I
Times
can
the
be
day.
gone for maximum. Usually it's 3 or 4 days, and then I'm back in town. And then sometimes it's just day trips.
What's the frequency of going out of the country?
We stay within the continental U.S. We do not go out of the country.
All right. All right, thank you. I've had a chance to listen to the statements by counsel. I've also reviewed, there is a pretrial services report and recommendation that gives some background to all 3 defendants. So I've had a chance to review that as well. I do note that they have retained counsel and that they had retained counsel previously for the last several months while this case was pending. I do note that none of the defendants have a criminal history whatsoever. Looks as though they own a home in Waterford and that they are employed. All 3 are employed. Is that coming from your side, Mr. Amberg? Are you hearing that?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm hearing it too. It's like a reverb. I'll turn mine off and see if it.
Maybe just put it on mute. That's probably better. Thank you. All 3 are gainfully employed. Obviously, the Mr. and Mrs. Kissick are employed in the aviation industry and travel out of state. While obviously the court is concerned that traveling out of state so much, but I think given the fact that it's on a daily basis and that's their occupation, I don't have any objection to them doing that at this point in time. Given all the facts and circumstances of the case, I will set a bond in this case for each defendant at $20,000 personal, which means you don't have to post any money right now. All right, but you have to adhere to the conditions that I'm going to place on you. If you don't adhere to the conditions that I'm going to place on you, then you could ultimately end up having to pay that money.
Okay.
All right. And I'm sure Mr. Amberg will be able to explain everything to you. But the other conditions would be that you have no direct or indirect contact with the complaining witnesses and the following individuals, that being Sam Malone, David Nardi, Roger Wierzewski, and Peter Switzer. You will not assault, beat, molest, or in any way verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten the complainant or any witnesses. You will personally appear for any court proceeding. You'll not leave the state of Michigan without the permission of the court. However, Tammy and Austin may leave the state for business purposes.
Judge, it would be Michael.
I'm sorry. Michael, I'm sorry. I apologize. It's Michael that leaves the state, correct? Or that's it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I see that the middle name is the same too, so.
Yes.
Okay. You immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or telephone number. You'll not possess any firearm or other dangerous weapon. You must contact pretrial services within 24 hours of your release. Commit no new criminal offenses or activity. All right. Mr. Amberg, any questions at all?
No, Your Honor. I appreciate it. As always, it's great to see you. Kissix, you guys are your mom just called, Tammy. I talked to your daughter.
All right, of course, I have internet troubles right at the very end of recording this video. I'm going to rewind it about 10 seconds just so you guys don't miss anything. Again, sorry for the internet going in and out. So yeah, rewind it a few seconds. I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. It's at the end anyways. You guys all have a great rest of your day, and until next time, bye.
All right. Mr. Amberg, any questions at all?
No, Your Honor. I appreciate it. As always, it's great to see you. Kissix, you guys are going to be released here. Your mom just called, Tammy. I talked to your daughter. I'll have somebody up there to come pick you up.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. You're all set. Thank you.
All right. Good to see you guys. All right, Judge. See you later.
Take care.
Thank you.
That worked out pretty well for you.
Yeah, that was fine.
So the jail wants to do